first. There we go. Hi, Marshall. Again, you're back with me, but on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, and in my Facebook group, and also on Periscope. Funny enough, I still use Periscope, so we're on Periscope as well.
I don't know if I've been on Periscope. This is my first time on Periscope ever. Marshall live on Periscope. Thank you.
All right. You're so welcome. So welcome, Marshall. We are part 2 of your human design reading, and that introduction to your sacral response was incredible. But before we start, would you mind sharing just a little bit of that hit that you got and that opening and that expansive feeling that sort of has transformed these last 1 week? It's only been a week.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's like for everybody that's listening or watching this, it's very interesting what's happened over the last week. And it literally, I just told a story. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, you guys should go over there. I went in depth through this whole story. It was a pretty emotional ride. But I met with you live with Top last Monday, and I was interviewing her, and we were kind of going through like this human design that she had shown, my chart, and she said something that was a reflection of something that I already knew, but that I kept it just like ignoring. And it was like a little thing, but just kept ignoring. And so it's interesting how when we're ready for that reflection, that like we're ready to live into it, it just kind of starts to happen. And so for the last 2 years, I've been doing a lot of deep work. I had to basically shut down my business. I went into hiding for almost 2 years. And so I feel like everything brought me to that one moment, like that one moment. I drive it because, I don't have good internet at my cabin. So I have to drive into the post office, here in Montana, and I have to park in the parking lot, get set up in my car. I feel like I'm starting from scratch all over again. And you and I went live, and I'm expecting just to chat a little bit about design, to go over my chart. No big deal, And all of a sudden, we had started talking about a sacral response, about trusting your gut intuition. And something you said specifically, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it triggered me. It's like switch. And I started to get emotional because I realized it's like this last wounded part of me, that like the inner child that was crying like one last time. And it was like so apparent, all of a sudden. And I just, in that moment, I knew that I had been focused on the wrong thing. And for me, that was like money and results. It's like I went on this 2-year journey to fall in love with the process. And when I finally got here and I started up again, I went right back to the same habits, just focus on results only. And then we had a talk. I decided, I'm letting go of that. I want to get back to what Marshal Gillen is truly, really about, like what really fulfills him. And I swear to God, you guys, I know this sounds crazy. I'm 36 years old. I've been through seemingly a ton of stuff. I hang up the live from the top. I drive straight down to meet a buddy of mine at the brewery, and I swear to God, I met this girl, and it's a long story. You have to go listen to my live to get the full detail. But the last week has been crazy. So many things in business, in relationship, in health, in happiness, and fall in place. And this is stuff I teach people how to do. But for me to finally date your child, like I can't even explain it to you, girl. Like, and it's so. For anybody who's going through anything, and when people say go with the flow, like when you fall into alignment, everything is in ease and flow state. And Ty, I know that you and I know a lot of people that have experienced this, but I'm like, when you're creating resistance in your life around whatever it is, we all different all of it. Whenever you're creating that resistance, like it's hard to imagine flow. What does that even mean? Like, what does that mean? How do you do that? But I'm telling you, girl, whatever it was, you reflected me back on that show. I fell into alignment, and everything in my life just felt. I don't have any problem being present. Like I don't even understand how that happened. Like I just, it always seems right now. It always seems right now. There's nothing. I don't know. Life has been crazy, Todd. So I just, I'm so grateful for you to interview, to come on, my life, do that with me, to be willing to share the time and experience with me, and to any other leaders out there who are listening. Like this is the opportunity to give away something to showcase what you do. If I had done that, maybe I wouldn't have this reflection yet. And like literally, it's like you're in the answer to my prayer. God's like, I'm going to use her to see if he gets this lesson. And, I did, and I'm super excited about life. It's been a really crazy 7 days, to say the least. Some people who out of context, I know it sounds nuts, but
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. All right, so let's look at why and what and how that happened through this through the lens of human design. So again, we're here just for you and to go over some of the mechanics of your design, because it's overwhelming. People want to get this map, and then they get the map and they go, I don't know how to read this map. So I want to just, yeah, I want to just simplify. And so that 30-minute that we did was only directed at the strategy, which is your ability to get out of the mind and to get into the body resonance and feel and really connect to that powerful stream in the now. So when you say in the now, you are the epitome of being in the now. This chart. So not everybody has access like this. Okay. Not everybody can penetrate that now moment like you do. Okay.
yes,
So that's why the wake up, the aha is so strong, because it is strong. This 34th gate is the most powerful gate in the chart, pretty much, because again, there's 65 gates. 35th gate fuels 57, 20, and 10. Okay, so it's one of it has a yeah, most are just one stream. So that just gives you a sense of like the dynamic juice that this channel has. So we're speaking about definition right now. Everything that is colored in is what you were born with. It's what you are impacting the world with, your auric field. And as a generator, you are here to envelop and bring us in like a big hug. There's, yeah, and most of the planet are this generative auric field, which wants to build, create, move in a way that creates zest for life.
Right.
And what happens when we're not listening, or we allow this fuel or energy that you have that's so strong, when we let it be manipulated, this channel of charisma, 3420, is one of the easiest channels to be manipulated. It can be utilized by others for their own busyness. So, yeah, interesting. Yeah, so as a manifesting generator, with this amount of fuel or power in the now, to always understand that responding will help energy be yours and not somebody else's. You're getting it like a tool for you, not for others to manipulate and use as their, And so where does that come from? It might come from doing and saying that you're going to do something that you don't necessarily want to do, right? Yeah. And that those habits of not following that sacred spiritual instinct gets everybody in a pickle, because your fuel's going to go down. You're not going to have that zest. You're not going to have the drive, and you're going to end up sick. You're going to end up feeling overwhelmed and tired. Whoops, we lost him. So hopefully he will come back. And let's see. Where are you? Yep, he'll come back soon. But so let me continue. So he will have this. Marshall. Hello, Marshall. So saying yes to things that you're not necessarily wanting to do. So I just wanted to clarify how this channel can be easily manipulated. And let's see if he's coming. There he is. Good. There you are, Marshall. Good.
Hey, sorry about that. That's done. Don't take that.
No worries. No worries. So
My
yeah,
bad.
no worries.
I'm cooking a pizza and the timer went off and it blew out my phone. Who would have known?
No worries. So this is why you are a pure manifesting generator and making decisions from that sacral. I mean, I can't repeat this enough. It's something that's needing that to be trained in our society, because a lot of time as you know, finding that inner sound all day long, I could tell you, it's the sound. And when you've finally feel it and have that experience, then you know. Words do not teach. Words do not teach.
It's so interesting because I was telling them that live that we did. It's like I kept hearing that. I kept hearing, "Oh, you're a manifesting generator." Like you will know, like you will hear it. It's a very clear or and I'm telling you, it drove me almost mad because I couldn't get there. I kept trying to do. Let me figure out how to do that, how to hear that. But now it's right. I mean, it's so ridiculously clear in the last 7 days. I can't even freaking tell you. Like it's almost, this experience has become almost unbelievable at this point. It's wild.
That is so amazing. So that is why I kept stressing that this is one of those channels that can be manipulated, where we're not really recognizing that the fuel that we have, the powerful fuel to do and build and create, can be put in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And then we're wondering why we're sick. We're wondering why we're tired. I have all this, I've been working, but it's not moving forward. I'm hitting those brick walls. I am so frustrated right now. Right. That is the opposite of satisfaction. You know, you're moving from your sacral sound when you are satisfied and things are just flowing, and that the next thing comes to you, because we are magnetic. There is a magnetic monopole inside this yellow heart center of ours, and when we are resonating with that frequency, all that magnetism brings us everything that we want. And so yeah, when I was doing human design, when I was studying human design, I kept hearing magnetic monopole. I'm like, wow, that's the epitome of what law of attraction is. It's really inside of us. This magnetic monopole is magic. It will attract to us whatever we desire, and whenever we need it, it will show up. And to trust in that through our strategy and our inner authority. And for you and for me as well, it is that sacral, you know, I'm going to go in that direction, and I'm going to trust that. I'm going to trust that movement, even though, oh my gosh, look at this open head in Ajna. Remember the puzzle pieces fitting together, and how other minds can come in here and impact yours, or other ethereal telepathic waves are like penetrating your brain, and you're wanting to think about things that don't matter, you know, like spinning around, wanting to be certain about things because you want to feel that connection to consistency. Anything that is white is open, and it's just in and out, in and out. So it is not the tool for inner authority. It can't be. Its mind is too busy, too much going on there. It's not going to lead you. It's not going to guide you.
So how do you let go of that? Just practice.
Just practice. You meditate.
That's so freeing to hear it said like that and to understand. It's like, I mean, for me, there's nothing my mind is going to. I mean, it's not in charge of anything really. I'm driven by my heart and my voice.
So do you feel that now that you have your sacral response, which is and to trust and to bypass, Are you able to bypass the busyness of the mind and wanting to be certain about things?
Well,
And
yes and no, because I would say, Todd, it's interesting that you were saying certainty, because the reason I'm able to be right now is because I'm so certain that what I want is already mine. Like I'm at a place where I'm understanding I'm the creator of the creation, and so there's no right or wrong, good or bad. Like I whatever I want to do, I can create here. And so I'm like, okay, well, what does Marshall want? What does Marshall Gillen's character want to create? Like, what does my little Sims character want to be? And so I used to judge myself against good and bad. I got to be this way and that way. And what I've worked on over time is what do I just feel? What do I like to do? Like, I like to video. I like to talk. These are natural things. And so it's very interesting you said certainty, because now, what I did about a month ago is I finally just got absolutely crystal clear certain on what I wanted my ideal life to feel like. What experiences would I get to have? And what it came back to is I kept saying, and what I keep saying recently, is I just want to have access to the whole game. Like, I just want to have access to the whole game. I want to be surrounded by people I love, and I want to have access to whatever this experience can give me. And in that regard, I've become very certain on what it is that's going to happen. Now, the reason I get to be right now is because I've cleared all this emotional junk out, and now I'm working the simple response with a very clear or and life is flowing so effortlessly that I'm so certain that what I want, and it could be anything, is already mine. And the joy of being alive, the fact that I get to play the game and go through the stages, good, bad, and or in between, because at the end of this silly stage is whatever that vision is, and I can do this as many times as I want. And so I'm like, what do I want to do? Like, what are we going to do? And so yeah, I would say it's interesting. For me, I create certainty, but it helps me live right now because I've gotten rid of it. And I've accepted that life is years of ebbs and flows. We live in a sine wave, so it's interesting. Freeing.
Right. And I love the statement that you just said, I can do it as many times as I want, because we are going to experience that, aha, I got it, and I've expanded. And then that next moment, you're going to go, what, and then you'll do it again. You'll do it again, like,
I can't tell you how many times I thought I had it cracked over the last 2 years. Yeah. And every time I did, it was more pain to come out.
Yeah, so that will come out. So not to be certain that you're certain.
Right.
Yeah. Know that you're certain that you'll be able to handle it again, but to hold on, because the mind will do that to you. It will accidentally just go, I know I'm like this. I'm certain I'm like this. I'm going to be like this. You got to let that go. Let that go.
Now I just laugh at it like a crazy roommate. Like, when it tells me crazy stuff, I laugh at it. Even when it's scary or it makes me angry, I'm just like, I know what you're saying isn't true. Like, I know it's not. So, like, I'll let you be a nut right now, but then I'm going to be me in a second. This is very free.
And it's so easy for you to be you. Okay, so then we'll go back to the you have 2 more channels that I really want to explore with you. The UBU one is this 8-1. This is a leadership channel. This is a creative role model. You are here to you are here to be that example. You are here to lead through that unique individual role that you play. Wow. So a concrete example of that story this morning is this empowerment of you sharing how you move through the deep, darkest shadows to come to this place where you are now. And you were able to articulate it. The reason why you're able to articulate it so well is because of this 56 gate. You have this 56
gate.
Yeah.
Crazy. This is my journey. It's just, okay, keep going. This is blowing my mind.
I know. Well, it's all here. It's so fun. Human design is so fun because you're all about sharing through your voice and sharing the stories. So you're sharing your story of becoming that powerful, empowered being, right? You become that, you feel that, and you embody that, right? And you, through that, empower us. Like, we feel it. And so that's what this leading through example, through being that individual mutative role model. Another point I want to say about this channel is it's not all roses and unicorns and rainbows. It's freaking gnarly. It has a pulse to it. The pulse meaning it goes on to expand, you know, the universe and mutate and change the universe. But if it stayed in that expansive energetic power all the time, we would blow circuits. So you have on and off pulse to this energy. So when it is off, it feels awful. It feels like melancholy. It feels like I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. I can't move.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Really?
it's just like a flow. I mean, that's always going to come because it's a pulse.
That's always going to be part of you. And to
That's
know.
That's why I go to such depth. That's why I feel such depth sometimes.
Yes. And now that you know mechanically that it is all chemistry, you know, mechanics map chemistry, you will be more forgiving of yourself. You will allow that downtime, and you will trust in that downtime to feed your spirit and your soul and your magnetic monopole, because it's right there. It will feed it so that when you do expand, it will be twice as big or whatever.
So why? I mean, now that you're telling me, the universe has literally been giving me this lesson, and all of a sudden it's also clear. I can think of all the answers that's been trying to teach me. Like, I mean, I can't even tell you how this is like. It's cool.
Yeah, it's moody, it's melancholy. Do not beat yourself up when you're freaking depressed or sad, you know. Just do your self-care, just keep it going, and it will serve you in a way that is the gift that you said, you know, it's the gift. Because all of the activations through the central column does that. So if you look at the 60th gate down here on an open center, this is an open root center, which makes you want to hurry, get things done, makes you feel ambitious, makes you feel like you're not doing it fast enough. There's a lot of pressure in the 60th gate. And that 60th gate, if you match it up to this side, it's right here. It's 70% of who you are. So there's this intense feeling of limitation, you know? So it's not only this 8-1 or the 14, it mainly can be the 60 over here on the unconscious side that is causing the, you know, that individual pulse that I was talking about, that creative pulse. So there's a lot of it. So I just wanted to make sure you're aware of that in your chart.
It makes sense why I always feel like I do again, even with the hurriedness. It's like to accept the fact that that's how I'm designed, and that I can sit and be still, or I can let it rule me here in this realm. So it's like an affirmation to know that these things that's how I'm wired. Again, it's like it's to be more forgiving of like, because when I am recharged, like when I'm fully charged, like when Marshal's fully charged, it's very powerful. But I'm always but I'm always just like I force myself to do so many things. Like when I feel like, man, I don't feel like doing anything today, and I'm like, you know, you gotta get up and go. You gotta let's go. You know, I wonder now going forward from this life, like, what if I actually really lean into that for like 2 or 3 days, and then when I come back on the upswing, it's like, I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. I already know it's gonna happen. One, I'm gonna feel better, and two, I bet you I might get more abundance in my life in all areas.
If anything, if you took away that concept from this reading, that would be incredible. That would be incredible to put that into action, to know that you do not have to push through those mutative times where you're on the downswing. When you're on the downswing, you let it be on the downswing.
You're changing my life. To life, absolutely, it's my life.
That's good. I love it. All right. So we did the openness at the head and the ajna, you know, and you're so focused with your mind that's what it is. If you could focus your mind to stop chattering to you all the time, then you got it. Focus, that ability to hold off on the rhetoric of the mind. Once you get that, and I find that actually I can't say that. I can't say it. I was going to say I find that that's easy, but I have a defined head and ajna, so I have no idea what yours feels like actually.
That's interesting because that's like, it makes me excited because I not only that, now it's like, oh, the universe is going, here's your next clue. And then you saying, okay, now the next thing is once you clear chatter, you got it. So it's like now that the doer in me has a focus, which is like a very intense shit, like calm the chatter in your mind and watch what else happens. So again, it's very
right. Right. Okay. But then I'm a little bit hesitant to say it that way. And the reason why is because if you think of your head as an antenna, so it's more like not trying to quiet it so much, but not trying to hear everything that it's saying. Because it's going to come in and it's going to go out. It's like an antenna, or it's like a dolphin who's got his air in and his air out. The air comes in and there'll be a new air that,
it's like, I mean, it's nonstop. My mind is nonstop all the time. Every single place I look and everything I see, I can think of a gajillion things that just pop into my mind. And so, I don't know, it's going to be interesting. I think I want to give it a shot of just planning creative period, but really get to a place now where I can take my energy so it's not so frenzied and manic sometimes, and then really be intentional with it when I do go.
Right. Then your root center will help you with that.
Right.
Because there's the opposite of that hurry, hurry, rush, rush, right? There's the opposite that is this quiet stillness and this peace that is accessible with an open root. So you will be able to, they're two pressure centers, and the root can calm you down and make you feel so peaceful. And then all of a sudden the mind slows down. Okay. So if all of my interested human design people are listening, this is true for everybody who has an open head and ajna, who has an open root. It applies to you too. I would give you the same reading, right? So so just that's why this is a benefit to people who are looking at their chart and they see that their head and ajna are open as well as their root. Know that your root can soothe you and calm you down, as well as speed you up and make you hyper, and so then that will help soothe the mind. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So let's go on to the splenic center. This is fabulous. Look at all this activation here. Such incredible activation, meaning these gates are up matching on either side. The red is your unconscious, it's your body, it's the heritage, it's your ancestors, and it's unfamiliar depending on how self-aware you are, like this is literally what others see in you, and it's harder for you to see it in yourself. So any of these gates, so that 60th gate that we talked about, hard to kind of wrap your emotional body around that, unless you're incredibly self-aware, and so that's but you are, and you got it immediately when I talked about that 60th gate.
Yeah.
So then what does the black represent? The black represents your personality that is so accessible to you. Like, I know this about myself. This is what I am. I know this. So if we go to that 32nd gate right here in the splenic center, okay, what is this gate? Well, it's part of the entrepreneurial channel or stream, just to let you know. Wow. Yeah, and it's 70% of who you are. So it is.
No wonder.
No wonder.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. So it's all about being giving practical solutions to the collective. Practical. So it's about flexibility. We're specifically reading this, and this is fun. We can go deep into this line just because I want to share. I want to see if it resonates with you, you know? So easy adaptation to circumstances. Immediately when I read that, I thought of your new relationship.
Yeah. That's always been me though. Like I've always been incredibly adaptable. Like that's always been me for sure.
Yeah, it's 70% of who you are, and it's on an
So
open center, which I will talk to you about.
that's why I'm
So
always bopping around like a little Rolling Stone, huh?
what was that?
That's why I'm always bebopping around the country, living in different places like a Rolling Stone.
Right, you're flexible, you're adaptable. It's easy to adapt to circumstances. Yeah,
And
no big deal. It feels natural. Yeah, it feels natural.
Oh gosh, that makes so much sense. You're giving me so much permission to be me. It's insane.
Yeah, that's what human design is all about. It's like giving us permission to recognize that this is really me, and I'm allowed to be this way, and I don't need to judge myself for this.
Oh my God, that's exactly what it is. Oh my God.
Woo! Yay.
I'm so excited. I can't stand.
Yeah. So, and it's so fun to read these. We won't read all of them, but we'll read this one. So, because I mean, it's great flexibility, easy adaptation to circumstances. So then you have a high note and sort of a lower frequency. So, just depending on where you are on mood, where you are on that melancholy pulse, you can be on either one of these. So let's see, where superficiality is a valuable tool that, while masking the inner light, permits adaptation to prevailing conditions, an instinct for adaptation in times of change. Yeah, that's the blue line. All right, so then the opposite, the urge to express oneself in direct and often violent rejection of conformity. Do not want to be normal. Do not want to be, pigeonholed.
Give me chills. I can't believe how this is. It's insane. That was the old me. A very violent, destructive. It's interesting, and being able to take the other side of that now. It's incredibly accurate. I can't even explain to anybody.
Wow, yeah. So I'm just, as I do human design readings, I learn about all these lines and I associate them with people. So now I really understand the opposite of flexibility. The opposite of flexibility is not wanting to be pigeonholed or controlled. You know what I mean? Yeah. The potential of the instinct to reject adaptation and conformity in times of change. Not wanting to have to move or change or be pigeonholed into having to make a choice that is not cohesive to your ideas.
Well, I feel like that's why, like, in my soul contract, I decided to have my stepdad be my stepdad, was because that's the big test, right? It's to go to control and this next thing. And so it's very interesting all the way around.
Yeah. So I just want to say, for viewers who are watching, you don't need to go to get your human design, to get it in your body and in your cellular makeup. You don't need to read all these things. You don't. These are just fluff. That's fluff. Okay. But we got a little bit of the fluff in there, which was cool, So yeah, all of these can be analyzed and what have you, but we don't need to do that right now. Let's go to this fabulous complete. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I didn't finish this. The splenic center. Let's share what that open splenic center is all about. Open splenic, meaning body awareness, sensitivity. So you have this magical ability to sense if somebody else is feeling well or ill. It's all body. So knowing how their constitution is feeling. Is this person healthy? Are they vibrant and well, or are they depleted? Not strong. And the open space in your design wants to have that strong, healthy spleen next to you. So if you think about the puzzle, you think, I'm attracted to that healthy, strong body. right? And then that is comforting. That is going to be comfortable. And to whether it's electromagnetic charge, like maybe your new girlfriend, maybe she has one side of the gate, like I said, that 57. And if she has that 57, then you both come together and you feel that in, and it feels really nice. And it feels like that warm hug you were talking about, remember?
So, yeah, it's crazy.
We can check that out. We can see if that is the case. Or she may just have been born with that definition of strong constitution of the body. Okay. Yeah. So open splenic people, as you are, tend to feel a little bit like unwell a lot of the times. It's just the nature of being an open splenic. You have to be very careful about what you eat, how you take care of your body. And when you get a handle on what your body needs, you know it. You are just working that machine in a really fine-tuned way.
Right.
And
what does that mean now?
Well, just, well, I have 2 open splenic children, and I'm not feeling well. I don't feel good. I don't want to go to school, or they have the cold and it lasts longer, a little bit more sensitive body constitution. It's actually real. It is so real. Okay. Too much coffee, not good. Too much sugar, not good. The body needs to really be fine-tuned to what your inner knowing is. You could use your sacral here. You could use your sacral response here. Should I have that second cup of coffee? Got to really fine-tune that mechanism of the body.
I make so much sense. It makes so much sense right now. Definitely.
Yeah, so open centers is where we gain our wisdom. So you remember that this is where we have to fine tune that gift, that learning. It's easier. Yeah, I'm a role model. Yeah, I have a lot of energy, and I love to build things and create, and all of that. But this is like, oh, I got to be careful. I got to just do little baby. Homeopathy works well for, or a little bit of herbs, those kinds of things will help the body constitution. So that's that.
Oh, yeah. I make so much sense. I get it. My soul is calling for me to come to Montana to return to more of those natural remedies that feed my soul. And it's because I've been unwell. I've been feeling unwell in the city. Towards the end of the city, living in San Diego, it was an extreme disturbance, and so to be able to come back here and heal, it makes with the root center we talk about it being still and peaceful. It's like it's eerie. It's almost eerie how like insanely this is me. It's so weird. I mean, it's so weird. I know I wouldn't. That is amazing. I didn't realize that. I should say weird. It's so it's blowing my mind.
Yeah. So getting to know yourself. Know thyself. So you're knowing thyself. All right. So we only have 2 left, and I saved the best for last.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So this is the heart center, or the will center, or the ego center. And I had to read about it again to remind me of how powerful this center is. And it actually has a lot to do with health also, Marshall. Okay, it has everything to do with the thymus gland, the stomach, the heart, and the gallbladder. Okay, it has 4 gates that are all associated with those systems.
Okay,
so it is very much a part of who you are to amplify this. Remember, amplification of somebody's willpower, doing that. Pushing through that willpower, doing something even though you may be on your down wave and not really having the fuel. Like that fuel is not being utilized correctly, and it will cause the stomach issues that I think I
have had and still continue to have a little bit of stomach issues.
Yeah. So knowing when when to say yes to things and when it's not appropriate to push through with the willpower. Really, to keep your body healthy is key to that. Not pushing through, because what happens is this gets amplified, right? And you feel like you have so much willpower to get it done. You know, like, I could do this. I know I could do this, right? And you want to prove to yourself and to others that you can do it.
And that's why oh my gosh, it makes so much sense.
You don't have anything to prove. This is wide open. This is a wisdom area. There's no theme here. So I want to read, I want to, well, first of all, the not self is making promises that you can't keep, saying yes before you can acknowledge that you need time to make that decision or make that commitment, to give yourself permission to do that, and all of that.
That's what our live was about this morning. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. I was listening. That's why I came in and read this. So, but open, completely open heart center has different meaning in design. It's like, let me see. All right. So when not living within the realm of your personal authority, remember what your personal authority is your sacral, your inner authority. You are prone to wavering between feeling an exaggerated sense of importance and having no worth at all. Okay, so it goes both sides. So that's what that's where you gain your wisdom with this. Like, you can feel overinflated, or you can feel that
it's almost
of not being good enough. So it's a huge emotional roller coaster there. So, but the way you get through it is you listen. You got to listen to this. Come down into this place where you know your truth, you know your spiritual calling. You can hear that, because this is not who you are. You do not have anything to prove. All of that. It's a beautiful gift to have, to be that egoless being that doesn't. And because when you capture that gift for yourself, you automatically, we sense it in you, this clean playing field, and I can be whoever I want to be. You know what I mean? I don't have to prove anything to you, because you already got the gift of that ability, So hopefully, where'd you go? You're still there, okay? Yeah. So when you get a handle on this gift, you're giving the gift back to us. You get to mirror it to us. And so that's why you do it.
And I have this vision of that too. Like that's the vision I have. It's like why I'm supposed to do this. Like I'm supposed to be the that's so crazy to hear you say that.
It's pretty deep, and for you to be able to get to understand that on that deep cellular level, that's true. Because when you're an egoless being, you're like that. You're like taming the tiger. That wild tiger can come and he's not wild anymore. He's just like, oh, I love you,
So great. So awesome.
Yeah. That's epitome of the magic, the monk magic. All right. And so then last one, and I think that will be enough. The last center is this emotional center. So again, it's wide open. Another beautiful.
Is that why I'm always so emotional?
Yeah.
Why am I so emotional? I mean, I love my life. I'm always happy, but I'm also always emotional. I don't understand why.
I know, but what's happening right now in the transits, because remember, transits and people can affect this emotional body, because when we're alone, I'm a non-emotional being, okay? But when we are away from somebody conditioning our emotions, we are cool as a cucumber. It's like you can be that monk that you want to be, with that stillness and you're calm, and there's not that flux of emotional wave. But when we're around somebody who has a defined emotional system, we get bombarded with their emotional wave, and it gets amplified. Okay. right? And sometimes it feels awful,
Feels
right?
awful.
When it's a toxic relationship,
Yeah.
or it can be just juicy and amazing, and what you're experiencing right now, with
100%.
an yeah, absolutely. So that said, the
Wow.
transits right now, the transits are so strong with an emotional definition. So channel of sensitivity is engaged right now. So all of us, all of us who have the white space right here, we're feeling very emotional right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I couldn't, yeah, it's almost like it's uncomfortable in a way, but that's what I'm sensing. But because you can't turn it off when it's a transit, and it's been here for about a week or so. And let's see. And then on the 11th, there's going to be two channels, the 1949 and the 4130. So don't do anything that needs calmness. You need to like test your ability to stay calm on the 11th, because I swear I pulled it up because I was just like, what the heck is going on? Look at that.
Wow.
That's a transit. That's what the
Wow.
planets are doing to our body right now. Really emotional time.
It's
Okay,
crazy.
so just be aware of that. Yeah, that
Wow.
too. Yeah. But generally, the rule of thumb with this open emotional system is to make sure that you're not avoiding confrontation and truth because of the fear of it's twofold. Because of the toxic feeling that you get, right? When
Right.
there's anger or upset, trying not to, it's emotional maturity. Do I have the calmness right now to approach this in a way that is beneficial for us? Or do I need to step away and calm down, and they need to calm down so that we can come together and work something out in a more productive way? Because it can get so amplified in your body that you cannot hear. You are not rational. It is too much juice. It's too much
Right.
emotional volatility. So you got to step away. And so that is really important when you're starting a new relationship too. Like, can I handle this person's emotional wave? Is this something that feels good to me? Am I able to be okay with that up and that down of this person? And if not, I mean, I think that there are so many tools out there that can help in that communication. So if it does go, you just got to be emotionally mature and figure out that most of the time that emotional wave for us is not ours, and to step away.
Right.
It's like, not me. It's their stuff, and it's just getting amplified in my body. Really important.
For sure.
So that's that.
Wow. How,
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, how cool. I mean, again, it's this whole thing is to create a space for me to, especially after such a long journey, learning so much. And because, that's one of the things I'm most proud of, self awareness that I've been able to create by just asking questions, led one thing to another. But to be here and to have you create the space, which allows me the permission to be. Everything you said is so spot on, but it's like the first time in my life, like I just got the little cheat code book. And it's like, okay, now that you've been using this, like you've been doing it, here's the manual on how to actually like get the most out of it. And I'm like, it's blowing my mind right now. I can't tell you. And it makes me excited because I know I'm going to be able to help that much more people. But it
Yeah.
makes me excited because I know I'll only be able to help that much more people by being truer to myself. So it's like a very selfish thing of like, well, I want to be selfless, but I have to be selfish first. And I know that we always hear that, but like, you gave me permission to stop judging myself, to allow myself to be selfish in order to be selfless. And
Right.
what it means is just getting quiet, taking those downtimes, knowing I don't have to make content every day. Like what are we talking about? None of this, And so it's been really, really cool. I cannot thank you enough.
All right. I love it. And then there's other layers. And so if you come up with well, the beautiful thing about this is that if something does come up, that you're confused, or
Right.
you can go, hey Ta, like this whole situation's coming up, what's up? And
Right.
we can look at their chart too, because when
That's
they impact you, you can like, oh, I got it now, that's what
amazing.
happened.
Well,
It's so beautiful.
I was telling my girlfriend about what happened on Monday, and then I was telling her how we were doing this live today. And now she's all like, "Oh, we're going to do human design. I want my human, so I'm going to help her do her human design right here, either tonight or tomorrow." And we're excited. Like, let's see what's going on with you, So
Yeah, you have me. I will do that, and we can do a little connection chart too.
That's
So
awesome.
that would be fun.
That
Let's
was
do it.
fun. Okay. We'll
Okay.
we'll set it up. But this has been awesome. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so happy.
I don't want to. I don't want to like be over dramatic for anybody that's listening, but at this point, like in the journey, like I would say, like almost life changing. I mean, because literally just give me the permission to be able to be me. So I think that shoot, another week, but 30 days from now, I bet things are even crazier. Because it's just like I'm so excited to be me. You have no idea what this means. Like it's just, oh, I could scream. I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I felt the same way when I know you're. I felt the same way when I got my chart and my reading. So yeah. Oh, love it. Thank you so much, Marshall. I'm so blessed to be able to share this knowledge, and it's so helpful. All right. All right. Thank you. Till next time. Okay. Bye.